So, hello everyone. How are you
Hello,
today?
ma'am.
How are you today? So, I hope you're doing good and safe. So, before we have our topic for today, let us have first some reminders here. So, be prepared with your notebook, ball pen, necessary materials for the activity. Number two, mute your microphone if you are not about to share something. Number three, raise your hand if you want to share something to be acknowledged. Number four, speak clearly and loud enough if you are sharing an idea. Number five, that is, remain seated, not remind. Remain seated and participate actively during the entire class. And if you would like to say something, you just raise your hand to be acknowledged. And if I ask for a yes answer, please make thumbs up signs. Let us start now with a prayer. All right, let us put ourselves in the loving presence of God. Holy Spirit, Spirit of the living God, rest a tongue of fire upon each of us. Give us new wisdom as we hear each other speak, and fill us with new wine for energy for mission. Give us the courage to speak the truth, justice, love, and peace. Give us the strength and grace to serve the less fortunate, worthy of the vocation to which you have called us. May your fire of courage, wisdom, and compassion set our world aflame. Mary, seat of wisdom, pray for us. All right. Okay, are you ready now for our lesson for today? Where are you, my students? Give me thumbs up sign. Monique, Charlene, and the rest of the students. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, yes, thank you, Charlene. How about the others? Okay. So you're familiar with four picks one word. There are four words, four pictures to be presented, and you're going to associate one word for those pictures. Okay, are you ready now? Okay, let's have the first set of pictures. We have the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. So what do you think is the word that you can associate? Anyone? Angela, Monique. So you just unmute and say the answer. Yes, Levan? Levan, what is the answer? What is the answer?
Volcano, ma'am.
Let's see. Yes, it's volcano. So nice for that, Levan. So let us have a review of what volcano is. Will you read, Levan? What is volcano? Unmute.
The volcano can rupture in the crust of planetary mass objects such as Earth, the planet as gases to escape from a magma somewhere below the surface.
All right. So that is what we have discussed before. So let's have the second word. So we have the first picture, the second picture, the third picture, and the fourth picture. So what do you think is the word? Anyone? Anybody? Yes, Monique.
Magnitude, ma'am.
Again?
Magnitude po.
Try to think of another word wherein you can see those pictures. What word is that? Monique, what happened? When do you see those pictures? Again, who's that? Who's that?
It's quick at
Earthquake. All right. You got a big yes there, Monique. All right. Will you read, Monique, what is an earthquake? Monique, what is an earthquake?
Earthquake refers to any sudden shaking of the ground caused by the passage of seismic waves through Earth's rock.
Okay, very good. Now let's proceed to the third word. So we have the first picture, the second, the third, and the fourth picture. So what is the word? Anyone? So what is a word that you can associate to the four pictures presented? Anybody? Oh, you forgot? So let's see the answer. Anyone? Levan. What is the answer? It is associated with earthquake. Levan?
Epicenter.
Yes? Who's that, Monique?
Epicenter po.
Let's see. All right, it's epicenter. Oh, look, the baby girl approves her answer. All right. Now, what is epicenter based from what we have discussed before? Will you read, Levan?
Epicenter is the point directly above the true center of disturbance from which the base of an earthquake apparently graduates.
Okay, thank you. Let's proceed to the last word. So we have the first and the second pictures, the third picture, and the last picture. So what do you think is the answer? How about the others? Charlene? Who's that? Darcy?
Tambo.
Anybody who knows the answer?
Ano,
Come on.
wali.
What is the word based from the pictures?
Mountains.
Yes, again, Monique. What is that?
Mountains, ma'am.
Let's see.
True.
All right, it's mountain. Very good. So look, even the astronaut in outer space approves your answer. So mountain is a landform that rises prominently above its surroundings, generally exhibiting steep slopes, a relatively confined summit area, and considerable local relief.
Sterilizer.
So how many of you got four correct answers? I hope you got a perfect score of 4. All right, now
Oh, di
those
sabi ko
4
na.
words will be used for you to understand or gain knowledge on the distribution of active volcanoes, earthquakes, epicenters, and major mountain belts. That now leads you to our lesson for today entitled Distribution of Active Volcanoes, Earthquakes, Epicenters, and Major Mountain Belts. And now we have a key question to answer for today.
Yung seven, ma'am.
Will you read the key question, anybody
Dishwasher.
from the group? Who can read the key question for today? How about the others, Charlene? How about the others? Yes, Monique again. Please read for everybody.
How are active volcanoes, earthquakes, epicenters, and major mountain belts distributed globally?
So that is our key question for today's lesson. And do you want to answer the question? So for you to answer the question, you have to come with me to our journey for our lesson for today.
Nine.
All right, now I asked you to bring different materials or prepare materials, right? Do you have them now?
Yes.
We have the sheet of bond paper and 3 colored pens or crayons of different colors. Do you have them now?
Yes.
Yes, please say yes. Only Monique
Yes.
has the papers or the materials. Levan, Charlene, and the rest. We have the materials. All right, so let's start with activity. So for the procedure, number 1, prepare a sheet of bond paper and 3 colored crayons of 3 different colors. So ay pwedeng gamitin ng crayons, colored pencils, or colored pens. On your paper, So do you have now your materials? Monique, Angela, Charlene, and the others. Do you have
Yes,
now the
ma'am.
materials? All right. So you may now unmute your microphone so that you can give me feedbacks. On your paper, you're going to draw a horseshoe-shaped diagram or a big letter U. So you may start doing it now. Draw a horseshoe-shaped diagram or a big letter U. I'm sure you know a big letter U, right? So that resembles a horseshoe shape. So do you have it now on your paper? Angela? Monique?
Yes.
All right. On the horseshoe-shaped diagram or big letter U, draw small dots of 3 different colors, as many as you can. So you make dots using the 3 different colors on the horseshoe-shaped diagram, as many as you can. So the dots may overlap to one another. So maraming tuldok-tuldok or maraming circles or dots. So as many as you can, as long as you place dots on the whole horseshoe shape diagram. Are you following?
Yes.
Okay. So make sure that you have dots all over or on the whole horseshoe shape. Are you following the instruction carefully? All right. Are you done now? So on the horseshoe shape diagram, you draw dots of different colors. So be sure there are 3 different colors and the dots are overlapping one another, and draw dots as many as you can on the horseshoe shape. Are you done?
Not yet.
But you are making now the dots or the small circles. Angela, are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
Monique. And the others? Charlene, are you following? Livan.
Hindi maganda.
Okay, you only have a few seconds to complete the diagram or to complete the dots.
Lang, ma'am.
You can now show her work. Did you get the instruction, Livan? So on your paper, you're going to draw a horseshoe-shaped diagram or a big letter U. And on the horseshoe-shaped diagram or big letter U, you draw small dots of 3 different colors, as many as you can. So the dots must be placed on the horseshoe shape. Are you done now, Monique?
Not yet, ma'am.
But you're following the instruction very well. Angela, are you following? Ivan and Shardine. Anybody who can now show her her work? Monique, even if it is not
Lang,
yet
ma'am.
finished, will you kindly show?
Kay Liva na lang, ma'am.
Alam, wala pa ako.
May I have your work, Ivan?
Lamang pa kasali ko pala, hindi ko alam yung instruction mo.
The drawing po ng horseshoe shape diagram or big letter U. Then on the shape itself, you draw dots of different colors. Overlapping. When you say overlapping, patong-patong po yung dots on the horseshoe shape. Oh, Monique, may I see your work even if it's not yet finished? May I see?
Alam, wag na.
Sige na, don't be shy. May I have it on your camera? Please show it.
Kaya Ate Charlene na lang, ma'am.
All right, so you may continue that later. Your picture or your answer or your work must resemble this kind of picture. All right, so let us have this one now. So your drawing or diagram, are you listening, Monique, Levan, Angela?
Yes.
Your drawing must have resembled this diagram. So it resembles a horseshoe shape. So what does the picture says? Approximately 1,550 subaerial volcanoes in the world today are thought to have erupted in the last 10,000 years. So imagine that is 10,000 years. And these active volcanoes mainly occur in curvilinear belts that define tectonic plate boundaries. So as you notice, this line here indicates the active volcanoes. So they are distributed this manner, just like what you did in a horseshoe-shaped manner. So the active volcanoes are distributed on that manner. Okay, now, I have here a video clip from GMA News and Public Affairs. One of their digital specials entitled, Why Are There Some Active Volcanoes in the Philippines? So are you ready to watch them now?
Yes.
Okay, so why are there so many volcanoes in the Philippines? If you ask people, this has something to do with the tectonic setting of our country. The Philippines is situated at the boundaries of two tectonic plates, the Philippine Sea Plate and the Eurasian Plate. In the Philippines, there are a total of 24 active volcanoes. According to the Global Volcanism Program of the Smithsonian Institution, an active volcano is one that has erupted in the past 10,000 years. So imagine that, 10,000 years. So that is an active volcano. Here are some of the active volcanoes in the Philippines. So we have the Taal volcano in Batangas. I'm sure you have heard of its eruption last time, of this year also. Mount Pinatubo, located in the boundaries of Pampanga, Tarlac, and Zambales, which erupted in 1991. So di pa kayo pinapanganak yata niya. Mayon volcano in Albay, Bicol region. Mount Isarog and Mount Iriga, both found in Camarines Sur. Mount Banahaw, found in the boundaries of Laguna and Quezon. And there are other active volcanoes that can be found in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Now, let's go back to this. So if you will notice, the diagram again resembles the horseshoe shape, and each one marking the surface projection of the earthquake location or the epicenter. So try to look at the many dots. The one that I have instructed you a while ago to draw as many dots as you can. That is how the earthquakes are distributed globally. So you will notice the dots upon dots upon dots. So imagine those are earthquakes or epicenters. Will you try to read this? The large number. Levan, will you read for us?
Mayon volcano in Albay. The large number of earthquakes, more than 10,000 since 1960, with magnitude 6.5, and volcanoes are estimated
to our
immense
online class.
tectonic nature of the earth.
Okay, so if you can see on the diagram, there are three major earthquakes that happened. So we have one found in the Philippines when Mount Pinatubo erupted in 1991, another in Kobe in 1995, and another in Chile in 1960. So imagine the distribution of earthquakes and epicenters in the world. and there are many earthquakes in the world. Now let's proceed. 2, we have here the Ring of Fire. Are you familiar with the Ring of Fire? Yes. So, if you notice, again, the horseshoe-shaped like diagram here, the pink one. It is a major area in the basin of the Pacific Ocean where eruptions occur. Will you read, Charlene, about the Ring of Fire?
It is associated with
It is
with a
associated.
nearly continuous series of volcanic trenches, volcanic arcs, volcanic belts, and plate movements.
All right, thank you. So the Philippines is situated here in the Ring of Fire. And this is the reason why our country experiences earthquakes and active volcanic eruptions. Kasi nga, we are on the Ring of Fire. So those countries situated in the Ring of Fire experience volcanic eruptions and earthquakes because it is the basin of the Pacific Ocean where eruptions occur. So kaya nga tayo, di ba, lagi nakakabalita ng earthquakes in some areas of the country because we are on the Ring of Fire. So that is the reason why we feel earthquakes and there are volcanic eruptions. Right. Do you understand? Are you following me?
Yes.
Okay, now. Okay, so we have here another picture. So what do you think is in the picture? What are the diagrams resemble? They resemble what?
Mountains, ma'am.
Again? They resemble like
Mountain.
mountain. All right. So when we say mountains, a mountain system or mountain belt is a group of mountain ranges with similarity in form, structure, and alignment that have arisen from the same source. So if you will notice, a diagram resembles with similarity in form and structure. Do you notice that? Monique, Charlene, and Levan, please unmute and give me feedback. Do you notice the similarity?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So they are found on many planetary mass objects in the solar system and are likely a feature of most terrestrial planets. So when you see structures that way, they are called mountain ranges. All right. Now, do you want to go travel around the world? Yes or no? Virtually. Okay, we will travel around the world virtually to see some major mountain belts in the world. So let's have the first stop. We have the Himalayas mountain belt. Are you familiar with that? Look at the structure. So they have similarity in form. So those are mountain ranges. Another one we have. So our second stop, we have the plateau of Tibet looking toward the Himalayas and Mount Everest. Livan, would you want to go there? Livan? Livan? Gusto mong pumunta sa plateau of Tibet? And then we have another one. Layo, no? Let's have another one. The distant green mountains of the Caribbean island of Montserrat, Lesser Antilles. And another stop, we have the Cordillera Real and the Bolivian Andes rise in the background. St. Mary Lake reflects the Rocky Mountains in Scenic Glacier National Park. Have you seen one of the same kind sa country natin? Meron ba kayo nakitang ganyan in our country? So if you want to find one, you go there in Glacier National Park. Then we have another one. The Dinaric Alps rising from the Dalmatian coast at Makarska, a resort town south of Split, Croatia. So look at the mountains there. Then we have another one. The Ahagar Plateau rises from the barren landscape of the Sahara in southern Algeria. So do you notice the similarity in form of the mountains? O di ba pare-pareha sila? And we have here the Vinson Massif in the Ellsworth Mountains, Antarctic's highest range. So, pinakamataas yan in Antarctica. Then we have the Denali at Mount McKinley, South Central Alaska in the United States of
Alaska.
America. Yes, in Alaska. And are you familiar with this? Which can be found in our country? Do you still remember? The most famous mountain range in our country, what is that? Monique, Charlene, and Livan, what is that? Can you recall your lessons in AP? What in your lesson in landforms? What is the most famous mountain range we have in the Philippines? Oh, ito na ha. So we have the Sierra Madre Mountain Range, looming over Metro Manila. So this picture was taken by Joher Siscaradang, and the picture was just taken during this pandemic lockdown. So imagine the clear air, and that makes the mountain range, the Sierra Madre Mountain Range, appear. Okay. All right. Any question regarding our topic for today on the distribution of active volcanoes, earthquakes, epicenters, and major mountain? Any question, Liva, Monique, and Shardine? Okay na po?
Opo, ma'am.
Okay. Let me share this quote for the day. All right. Can you see the whole picture?
Yes.
Okay. Will you read, Monique? Loud and clear, please.
When a volcano erupts, people get surprised. But it is a volcano. There is no place for the surprise. The biggest problem with people is that they are not serious about the matters of life and death. Be serious or alternatively lose your existence.
So that
By
is by Mehmet Murad Eldan. Thank you, Monique.
Mehmet Morat Ildan.
Yes. Do you like the quote for the day?
Yes.
Kasi di ba totoo naman when a volcano erupts, people get surprised. But it is a volcano. Ba't pa tayo magugulat, no? A volcanic really erupts. There is no place for the surprise. But the biggest problem with people is that they're not serious about the matters of life and death, especially right now. How will you relate our quote for the day to the situation of our country and also the other countries in the world? Paano nyo may relate yung quote for the day or yung situation natin sa quote
Ma'am.
for the day? Yes, Monique.
Yung about po ngayon, 'di ba, pandemic po ngayon. So
Yes.
ngayon, marami pong nagugulat na tumataas po yung cases. But then hindi po hindi naman po yun fault ng virus. Kumbaga dahil lang po yun sa atin kasi hindi natin sineseryoso yung mga yung mga protocols na kailangang sundin during the quarantine times po, ma'am.
Very good.
Lalo na po yung mga pagsusot ng mask, yung social distancing, tsaka yung hindi
Yes.
po paglabas ng bahay.
O, di ba yung simple health protocols lang, the biggest problem with people, ayaw sumunod sa mga rules, di
Opo.
ba? To be protected and also to protect the others, the other people and their loved ones. Ang simple lang naman ang gagawin, di ba? Livan, how about you? Do you have any idea about our share, about quote for the day? Livan?
Yung mga dumating, mga may pagbagutan ngayon sa pandemic.
Again, Livan?
Yung mga nagugutom po ngayon.
Bakit ba nangyayari? Oo. Online
May
simulation
mga
kasi.
nagugutom, di ba? Okay. So, the main point is that some of us do not matter life and death, di ba? Hindi seryoso. Diyan ba sa
Ginagawa
Baseco?
nilang biro, ma'am.
Oo, di ba? Sa Baseco lang, no, in your area. Maraming ganyan. Not only on your area, but also in other areas na hindi sineseryoso yung mga health protocols. So, be serious, alternatively lose
Sa Amerika,
your
ma'am.
existence. Yes.
Beach na sila.
You're aware of that, di ba? Manood lang kayo ng news, ayan yon. So, what matter is life and death. So, because God gave us life for us to protect. Kasi that is the most precious of gift of God to us, yung buhay natin. So, we have to take care of that. We have to be protected. And kailangan ibalik natin kay God yung life na binigay niya sa atin, which is the most precious gift that we have. Is that clear? Maganda yung quote.
Yes.
So if you have other
Opo,
ideas to
ma'am.
share, you may comment it on the comment section of YouTube or in our group chat. So pwede kayo mag-share ng ideas doon, and I will be going through your comments. Now, let's have the wrap up of our today's lesson. You're going to add your own words to complete the following. So complete the sentence na. Now I know that, the part of the lesson that I like most, and I wonder. So you may choose one or two phrases or three to complete. Anyone would like to start? Monique, would you like to start? You choose one or
Diliban na lang, ma'am.
Ivan? Dalawa lang kayo eh. Sige na, Monique. So both of you will share something. So you choose one or
Yung-
the other. All the three.
Yung ano,
Yes,
ma'am.
Monique.
The part of the lesson that I like the most.
Yes,
The
you complete
most.
that. Oh.
Ano, ma'am, yung nalaman ko na, na, anong tawag din? Yung related din po pala yung yung tectonic plates sa mga sa mga bansa na katulad natin para ma-determine din natin kung bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng maraming volcano or bakit marami tayong ma'am, tawag nito, maraming nagaganap na ma'am, earthquakes sa atin.
Well, the answer to that is the ring of fire, di ba?
Opo.
Kasi our country is situated in the ring of fire. Any other sharing? Monique?
Tapos,
Monique, what else?
ma'am, yung may nalaman din po kasi ma'am na kada daw po, isang araw daw po, merong 20 earthquakes, so 20 beses na gumagalaw yung lupa na hindi natin namamalayan.
Okay, so very good. Thank you for that sharing. Monique, how about you, Livan? One sentence will do. Kompletuin
Now
mo
I
lang
know
dyan.
that.
Oh.
Nung ano na,
Again? Louder, please, Livan.
wala isa, yan dalawa, kasi napakadami po talaga na active volcano dito. May
Yes, o diba? From the video, you've seen that there are 24 active volcanoes in the Philippines, o diba? Okay, so if you want to share other ideas, you may write it in a comment section of YouTube or in our group messenger, in our group chat. All right, now, so we are near to end. For your enrichment activity, you're going to choose one among volcanoes, earthquakes, epicenters, and mountain belts and create a poem, a song, or a short story about it. So choose one lang. Earthquakes, then create a poem or a song or a short story about it and submit your answers on our messenger group chat. Is that clear? Any questions regarding the enrichment activity? Monique and Livan?
Wala na, ma'am.
So no more.
Wala na po.
So that's all. Thank you for joining and bearing with me, and God bless. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you, Livan. Thank you, Monique, and to the rest of the students. Thank you for joining.
Bye po.
So, usap tayo mamaya sa messenger. Monique and Livan, thank you. So you may now stop share your video or end your video and microphone. Thank you.